Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chamber here. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about new NVIDIA leaks for the new cards that are coming out and are announced tomorrow. They'll probably come out later, middle of September. So we got a little over a day until they are announced, which is honestly going to be pretty cool because the ones, I feel like the 2000 series wasn't really a big deal. I mean, yes, you got more performance, but there was no like huge feature because ray tracing is not really in many games. It's in a handful of games. Most important one being Minecraft, which honestly is the only one it really needs to be in. But maybe they'll bring something big to it. Like maybe they'll bring a update to RTX voice. That was in my opinion like the big feature that they had to bring out because of everything going on. They said, "Hey, we got something to work on. Let's do it." So what to expect? There's been a lot of rumors. Like this is like the most rumors ever I've seen from NVIDIA. Like remember with the 2000, it was like yeah, faster cards, but like nothing like this. I mean, like this is the 3090's card. Zotac leaked their whole card already. Like how do you do that? I don't know, but it's going to be an insane card. I feel like though the 3090 is not going to be the big card. I feel like they're going to replace the 3090 with what the Titan would be. So they're just going to be like, we're no longer going to use a Titan name. They've been using it since the 700 series. And they used to use 90 series, which is like their two PCB cards. So they'd have two like graphics cards. So instead of having a 680, well, let's say instead of having a 2080 and a 2080 Ti, they'd have a 2080 and a 2090, which is just basically two 2080s and SLI. But who really, because maybe they want to bring SLI back in a real way, because right now it's basically useless. Who really knows what they're going to do with it, but maybe they'll have some fun. So this is what the cooler looks like. I don't understand why it's bringing in air from the back of your case, where that's where like your CPU is exhausting. That's where it's exhausting a lot of its hot air, and also why it's on the other side. I couldn't find a picture of it. It has another intake fan. Like, what is it trying to cool that's that heavy? And also, their new 12-pin connector. Like, it's so ugly. Well, it's ugly in my opinion because we're all used to this. Like, what is this? Like, it just looks like you're trying to plug in your motherboard, but really you're just plugging in a graphics card. Like, but the fact though is the amount of power it pulls. I think it can pull somewhere like 600 watts, which here's a pinout. So there's half ground, half 12. That's a lot actually. Who really knows what's going to happen, obviously? There could be a lot of good things coming from this. I hope there is. Because there's actually an article by a guy named Zrooms. I actually tweeted it out. So you can go to twitter.com/chambertech_ because I couldn't get, I tweeted this out. Yeah, the Zrooms article. Zrooms. If you are in overclocking, he's the one who makes the founders clubs. So we're just going to go to testing and results quick. He flashed the 2000 watt no limit XOC BIOS and basically proved that higher power limits are all you need. Like NVIDIA, if this is how you're gonna unlock the power limit, that's how I want it to do. But let's talk about this. This is a good card. This looks like a card that could work. Like it brings in with an exhaust 68%. Like it's interesting. But GA102, let's hope they also don't do the same thing they did last year. They made an A variant, which was like good for overclocking, and they had the cheap 2080 Ti's. You couldn't like make one die like they did with the super cards. That's all you need. But here isn't. So it looks like it's gonna like exhaust air, but like why would it do it right out of your CPU? Like it doesn't make sense. Pricing is a big deal. Now I remember that earlier in like March or April, they were saying these are going to become Pascal prices. That's why I believe this will be a Titan. This will be the Titan replacement. They're going to bring the prices down to closer to what they could do. obviously $600, 1070 back then was 400 US dollars. That's what I have. If they could bring these prices down by $1 each, that would be a big deal. That would make everyone be like, yeah. And it would make AMD really put in like, oh, we gotta do something big. Who really knows? You can only hope. But 24 gigs will be a big deal because I feel like a lot of games are memory starved without even knowing it. Now we're just gonna go through. This is the Asus ROG card. I always thought the Strix were kind of ugly. They're just like big black, like they had fans on it. Like these look like good fans. These look like fans that could cool your CPU, your GPU easily. And now for the specs. 24 gig on a 384-bit bus. It's a good bus. 19.5 gigabits per second. This will go fast. A big memory capacity. Think this is what's gonna cause it to really worth it. That's a good, but I feel like you can definitely with boost, especially on like a Kingpin card that will come out by EVGA instead of just having 2 8-pins. Like most cards, you're gonna have like 3 or 4, and you're gonna have insane power limits. But let's go, because even though NVIDIA is gonna have the 12-pin, most other cards will have 2 8-pins or something else, which they already had. So I wonder, like, what are they going to do to the power limit to force it to get to? I think the 2 8-pins and the 75 watt from the PCI Express lane, it's about 380 watts. So if they can just get 380 watts, that would be awesome. But, and then the 3080, which I've heard will also be very low in stock when it comes out. So if you want one, just get one as soon as you can. A little slower CUDA cores, but faster megahertz, and only 10 gigs. Why 10 gigs? I understand, yeah, that's more than 8, but why couldn't they do 12 and kind of make this the 2080 Ti actual killer? Slightly lower, 19 gigabits per second. That's all right. And then which is a 320-bit. Like, why can't they make everything a 384-bit bus? I feel like the 1660 Super also has that. That's what gives it its amazing performance. And then the 3070, which is, the 70 is always like the consumer card. It's like the max, like, easiest card. Yet unknown number of CUDA cores. It'll be on the 104. If you don't know, the lower the die number, the better it is. And it runs at 16 gigabits, so slightly lower and a lower bus. I mean, obviously, the benchmarks will tell when they do release. And the fact that it's on 7 nanometer, I think that's what's going to cause it to have better performance because of power efficiency. Turing cards are on 12 nanometer. Bringing that die size, bringing the transistors closer will allow more power to go straight to the cores, memory, so you don't have as much loss and way better efficiency. So what's going to happen? I hope that we can just get good cards. Wait, I mean, who knows? We might have another terrible launch where the only thing you have on launch is better performance because no features were available. But who knows? Maybe we'll get better stream quality in H.264. Maybe we can finally get rid of X264 encoding in your CPU. But the video's over. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm trying to upload daily, so hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new. I'll try and be back tomorrow with another video. I'll try and do as many daily uploads as I can and just upload as much as I can. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. Check me out on my other socials. They're down below in the description. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.